Mic was muted the whole time, or what? Whatever. Let's go. Welcome back to Dutch and Different Podcast. It has been, man, it's been months, but football's back, and so am I. So, and I just, man, I had to get some stuff going. Like this was just, a clusterfuck. If you guys haven't like paid attention to the last, oh man, week of football or sports or politics or anything ridiculous like that, it's just been bad. Um, hey, but I'm back. We're back in Denver for the time being, or in or around Denver. You guys know how that goes. We're probably not going to get into why, how, any of that shit. We're gonna do politics and sports, mainly sports. Because I mean, who doesn't fucking love sports? You know. Do we want to do sports first or politics first? Because it's not even with politics. It's just crazy shit that's happening in this fucking world. I mean, hopefully you guys can hear. I don't know. I'm recording this so I can post it on whatever later. Like one of the things looks whited fucking out, the other one looks fine. I don't know, man. Um, actually, let's discuss some things. Podcast is back because football's back, and it's important that we talk about football. Higgins will be here in a month. You guys remember Hollywood Higgins, right? He'll be here in Denver in a month. So maybe we can get some live stuff with him. Maybe we won't. Who fucking knows? Yeah, I mean, it's good to be back. We'll see how long this lasts, to be honest. I got a lot of shit going on. Actually, not anything at all. It's just I have other things going on than any of this crap. Like, if you notice, I haven't streamed a lot. I've been fishing a lot of fishing. Um, yeah, fishing, camping, hanging out, doing what I want to do. Getting out of the weird shit that is this and everything else that's going on, man. All right. I don't know, politics or football. Let's do a little both. Um, let's start locally here with football. All right, so I wanted to do last week, but didn't get around to it. So I'll do it this week. The Buffs. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, we should have beat the brakes off of North Dakota State or whoever the fuck. Like, that's what you schedule week one when you're a pussy school, is like a payday game. You know, you pay these guys $2 million to come get their asses kicked. And you're supposed to kick their ass, not make it close. Okay. Now, there's the other side of the coin that Dion's not here to make us a good football team. He's just here to make a ton of money for Boulder, the Buffs, him and his kids. Which, if that's the goal, cool. Just tell me that, and I'll wait until we've had enough of your shit and we'll kick you out of town. We'll buy stuff. It'll be fun. But if you're not here to win, I need to know that. If you're just here to make money, I'm good. You can hang out for 3 years, make some money, and then get the fuck out of here. Because I don't see us as a serious football team with any competitiveness whatsoever. A lot of the same from last year. A lot of the same. Nothing really stands out. Shador still holds the ball too long, makes poor decisions. Um, Travis Hunter's still a beast. That one kid, oh, what's his name? Gore four Tor. I don't know. I'll think of it. Horn, Horn. He's a good kid. I mean, the defense is still fucking pathetic. The offensive line is and Shador sucks, and we don't have a running back. So, I don't know. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, Shador's so good." Blah blah blah. Man, you played a high school team. It should have been 100-0. Like Texas scheduled CSU, Cal State University, and beat the brakes off them. That's what you do. You know, Ohio State does it. Like Ohio State's whole schedule is losers. Um, but then you have other teams that are like trying to prove points. Like SC played LSU. We'll talk about that later. Um, Things like that. That I mean, statement games right off the bat. You know, Florida, Miami. You know, like real games. And I know some of these guys need to, inflate their little dicks with easy games, but yeah, man, if it's an easy game, it should be an easy game. And it wasn't. You barely beat the Little Sisters of the Poor at home. That being said, I'm taking the Buffs, and we'll talk betting too, because obviously we're degenerates about that. But I'm taking the Buffs, man. I don't know if I'm doing money line or points. I mean, obviously both, but if I'm going to tell you guys what to do, take the points. Okay. The Buffs aren't losing by 7. I think they're going to win, but that might be hometown bias. Okay. You know, I think they beat Nebraska. This is one of those special games where it's just like in your blood that you need to hate Nebraska if you're from Colorado. And again, Nebraska are fucking scumbags. Okay. I know we've gone on for years and years and years. It's like, oh, well, the Buffs wanted us to die on a bus, but whatever. You guys are scumbags too. You rapists, murdered, all that shit. So I don't want to hear anything out of you guys. It's a fucking rivalry. We hate you. You hate us. Losing this game would be a huge failure on Deion and the Buffs' part. Okay? That's it. And the point is, I'm not convinced. I don't think the Deion is a good enough coach to get us to a playoff spot. And that's the ultimate goal. I think Deion is a great marketer, and he is going to make the Colorado Buffaloes a fortune and a lot of money. But we're not going to win games. And if anything has ever been proven about Colorado sports fans is we are the dumbest of dumb. I mean, look at the Rockies. People still go to their games and pay money. And it's not only out of town people, it's Rockies people. So, I mean, what are you going to do? And I think the Buffs are following that trend. And another sports team, which we'll talk about those assholes later in the podcast. We're going to get to that. So, yeah, I mean, I think the Buffs are more of a gimmick than a contender, which, if you're honest with me and just be like, hey, man, we're going to be gimmicky for a while and make a bunch of money and do some cool shit. We'll be on national television. We're going to lose, but we're going to win a bunch. We're going to make a bunch of money. I'm fine with that, I think. I mean, you guys haven't been good since the 90s, so I don't expect much. And I think we're expecting too much out of Deion after week 1. I don't know, week 2, I might sing a different song. Doubtful, but maybe. Yeah. The Nebraska game will be okay. That's what I was gonna do is we'll do schedules. Colorado Buffs schedule. And I'll tell you what I think, and we'll come back to this later. you know? All right. So the Buffs regular season schedule. Whoa. That's really fucking bright. All right. Sorry. It's fucking whitening things out. Golly. How can Google not have this like all right, that's still super bright. But what are you gonna do? Okay. Let's see. North Dakota State, we won. I mean, I would say we won that. We should have won that by a lot. All right, Nebraska, I say we win. Colorado State, we win. Baylor, we lose. UCF lose. Kansas lose. Arizona lose. Cincinnati lose. Tech lose. Yeah. So we're another 3 or 4 win team. I want to believe we beat everyone but Utah and Okie Light. So I'm saying either 3-win team or 9 wins. 1, 2, 3, whatever. We should beat all these teams if we're contenders. And that's the problem is I'm not sure we are. I think we're more of a gimmick, which is cool. But who knows, man? All right, so the Buffs, I don't know. Let's talk about some other college football though, real quick. USC went and beat LSU. Great win. Man, I'm on the fence about these guys. Love them to death, but the defense at times was like, fuck, we did this last year. Why are we doing it again? And then other times they got stops. So I don't know. The offense is definitely still explosive, but not nearly as much with Caleb when we had Caleb Williams. But I don't think he's going to do well in the NFL. I mean, he might. I don't know. Different offenses, different tactics. You know, he can't improvise as much as he can or he could in college because I mean the defensive linemen are too fast. They're going to get him. But SC, I have some hopes for. And let's do their schedule. Okay. All right, let's see. We already won LSU, so Utah State, that's a win. Ooh. We play Michigan this year? Oh yeah. That's a win. I think again, Michigan's always overrated. Wisconsin we beat. Minnesota we beat. Penn State we beat. Maryland we beat. Rutgers we beat. Washington we beat. Nebraska we beat. UCLA we destroyed. Notre Dame 50-50 we beat. So we go undefeated this year. Get in the playoff. That's absolutely what's happening. That was easy. I'm not worried about any of those teams. I'm more worried about the refs and stuff like that. But I think that the Big Ten sucks. All those garbage teams in there are just, yeah, they're garbage. So I'm not super worried about any of that. I think SC wins every game this season and gets in the playoffs and gets hosed on some shit calls or makes it all the way. I really do believe that. If we have to play Texas, I'm a little worried, but their quarterback, Texas quarterback, is if he has to throw in any situation that isn't play action, he's fucking done. And I'm not afraid of that at all. So Georgia, obviously, but man, Georgia did not look great against Clemson. Like Clemson is useless. Week 0, whatever that was, or week. Every year I bet on Clemson, and I thought I had him in like 14 or something, and they still fucked it up. Clemson is just a shit program now, and fucking Dabo's an asshole. The Florida State thing is hilarious. I don't know how you went like 14-0 last year and didn't make it in because of some sham. And this year you were just dog meat, man. Terrible. Vandy carried me last week. I don't know, like, all right, so this week's ones are for college football. USC money line, obviously, that's just easy. I'm taking the Buffs and the points, and Buffs at +7. Troy to win, Troy money line again, and then that's all for. Oh, and then Texas, -7. That's easy. Okay, so those are there. Last week was a bad week. We got into gambling on Australian football. Shout out to the Brisbane Broncos and Squizzy and the Gooses. You guys brought me into this family, and you have screwed me every way possible with them. They suck. And I didn't know they were this bad until I started following them a little closely. They are really bad. But it reminds me of the Denver Broncos, which that's why we love them so much. It's because, these Broncos, Denver Broncos, just shit all around. Okay, moving on further. Broncos? Did we kind of cover college enough? There's just some weird stuff going on, and I mean, again, Michigan is a fraud. Ohio State's frauds. They're all just frauds, but they'll be there because they have retarded fans. And Texas, I think is a good football team. Georgia, obviously. The rest of them, Oregon. Again, Oregon had a payday game or played a payday game and did not do great. So yeah, it's funny. Funny how that shit works out. Okay. NFL talk. Let's talk generally NFL. I am not excited one bit to watch any of this. The new kickoff rule is absolutely retarded. I don't even know what to say about that other than it's fucking retarded. The other rules, as I understand it, you literally can't tackle someone from behind. It's either a horse collar or a drop tackle. And if you tap their legs and they fall over, that's probably going to be a penalty for going too low. I don't know, man. It's just. And there's some idiot who's going to wear his fucking Halo helmet all year long or whatever it's called. You guys know my opinion about this. You're getting paid $30 million a year. Figure it the fuck out. Suck it up. But yeah, the new rules are dumb. Watching the Chefs game last night, dude, they're getting on people for tackles for not being on line of scrimmage when they never have. But yet the Chefs guy he false starts every single play and there's no call. The Chiefs also get favorable stuff. It's just the NFL is literally South Park Sarcastaball now. It is a joke. What the fuck is going on over there? And the black national. All right, yeah, this is gonna piss people off, but there's no such thing as the black national anthem. Okay, there's not a white one. There's not an Asian one. A national anthem is a country. Okay, that's kind of how that shit works. So the NFL could fuck off with that dumb crap as well. What irritates me so much about this crap is, again, there's no black national anthem. Black isn't a nation. So you can't have a national anthem. Quit playing that crap. Nobody likes it. It's a shitty song anyways. Fuck off. Okay. Now on to the NFL in my neck of the woods. The Denver Donkeys. The Broncos. I'm not sold on Bo Nix. I know everybody is. I'm not. It's preseason. Who gives a shit? I need to see a real game. Yep, you were good in college. You're also 40. I mean, lots of people good in college. Matt Lanner was great in college. He's terrible in the NFL. Vince Young didn't last that long. Reggie Bush didn't last that long. Yeah, I mean, it's a very different game. I don't like Sean Payton. I think he's a scumbag in the wrong way. I mean, he paid players to hurt other players. He's a bounty hunter. I don't want that for the Broncos. Now, um, I don't think our defense is as good as they say we are. We don't have any runners. We don't have a run game. Our offensive line is still questionable, and our a big stick right there. And we don't have any good receivers. I just all around shit. I'm not convinced about the Broncos yet. I'm saying, all right, let's do the Broncos schedule, and then I'll continue on down the road. Here, pop open the old Apparoo and see what these idiots have to do, so we don't blind ourselves with the fucking screen. All right, Broncos schedule. All right, believe it or not, I think we beat the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh, Steelers at Broncos. Yeah, I think we win that one. Bucks. I don't know. I'm gonna say a lot. Oh, 11 a.m. No, we lose. Jets loss. Raiders. Yeah, I don't know. We'll give. All right, I'll give them that one. Chargers. Maybe. So we're at 3 or 4 wins already. Saints loss. Panthers win. Baltimore loss. KC loss. Falcons loss. At Raiders. Another toss up. So 5 or 6 wins now. Browns lose. Bye week. Colts lose. Chargers lose. At Bengals lose. And at Chefs at Broncos lose. Now, a lot of those could be 50-50 games. So again, I'm going to say we're a 6 to 9 win team. Who, if we barely make it into the playoffs, limping, which is what will happen if it does, we'll lose in the first round. Easy. Again, I'm not convinced about Bo Nix. I want him to be successful. I really do, but I also am a realist. Okay. Preseason is a fucking joke. And now the NFL is a joke. We do not have the star power that these other teams have. The NFL is not going to let us win football games or make us win like they do the Chefs and other teams. Okay. So, I hope him the best. I hope we win every single game. I do not buy it, though. I do not think our defense is that good. I do not think Bo Nix is that good. And I know the rest of our offense is not good. So it's going to be interesting. I'm also wondering if the Broncos are going to end up being another gimmick team who has the nicest facilities, the coolest stadium, all this shit, and still kind of sucks. Because the Pinners, Wally World, they're rich. I mean, they have like $100 billion more dollars than the closest team, which is fucking the Chefs, I think. Yeah, the Heinz people. Okay. But we have a fortune. So, and they've already made plans. We're going to have a new practice facility that's bigger and better. Awesome. Can't wait. Don't really care. The stadium situation, I think they're going to move the stadium out of Denver, which I think is a terrible idea, but they're going to make like a sports complex. They're going to make a Jerry's World on fucking steroids. I mean, not good for me. I don't care about that. I just want to go to the old Mile High and watch Broncos win. But a lot of Broncos fans don't care about that anymore. We just, oh yeah, the jerseys. The new jerseys are fucking stupid, and if you like them, you're a goddamn idiot. We look like the Bears or the Bungles. These are not Bronco jerseys. These are the white and horrible. We look like the fucking Bears. Okay, 2 games this season, maybe 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. They're gonna wear their old throwbacks that have probably been updated and look dumb. I want those. Just bring the old ones back. Before the cyber horse, before the dumb crap, just bring those back. Okay? That's what I want. Because the new ones look horrible. And that's what I'm talking about. People are like, these look great. We're blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're now a gimmick team. They do not look good. We look like the Bears. I'm sorry, we do. Or the Bungles. Okay? That's plain and simple. And if you can't see that, you're part of the goddamn problem. You're the one that wants the stadium out by the fucking airport. That's some complex that you and your little nerd friends go hang out every day, all day long on a Sunday. And, it's got great Wi-Fi, so you can set your little fantasy lineup while you drink IPAs with your gay little friends. I don't want that, man. Ever. But I think that's maybe what we're coming to. We're going to be like a Jerry's World thing. Which, I don't know. Wait a minute. Mrs. Goose is saying scores are climbing on football. There's only 1 game on. Did I bet this one? Oh, there. Ooh, all right. Cool. Yeah, man, I need Green Bay to win, so whatever. I picked Green Bay in some ridiculous parlay. But yeah, the Broncos are... I worry we're going to become gimmicky more so than we already are. Because we are. I mean, we haven't won since Peyton. Like I said, we have idiots who like our jerseys, which are just god fucking awful. And that's the pathetic thing, is that's the biggest story, is our jerseys make us look like goddamn idiots. Never mind the actual team. But hey, I hope we win 15 games this year. It's not gonna happen, but I mean, I hope we do. Okay, let's switch. Speaking of fucking Denver, or Aurora, more likely. So apparently, this shit has made. If you didn't know, we're moving on to out of sports. We'll probably come back to sports because I probably forgot something. But there's a story in Colorado, specifically Aurora, that Venezuelan gangs have taken over some apartment complexes forcefully with like guns and shit. Like, not little pea shooters, but guns. And the way this story started is one of the city council members, some chick, I can't remember her name, but she was like, hey man, these gangs have taken over apartment complexes. And everybody was like, no, they haven't. You're fucking crazy. How dare you say that? You're just figment of your imagination. You're nuts. And I mean, like the governor, mayors, I mean, important people. Well, high-ranking people and politically in Colorado. Like, you're crazy. Then it turns out that she was actually probably right. And then the guys are like, hey, man, yeah, there's probably some gangs, but also this place is run by a slumlord, so that is why it's so bad. And then you still have other people who are like totally denying it. And then there was like a private law firm who did like an investigation on behalf of the bank to refinance or loan. I don't know. But that their report came out and they're like, oh yeah, it's been taken over by gangs. At least this one place that we were asked to investigate has been. Absolutely, like without a doubt. And they're doing they're killing people, drug dealing, extorting rent, human trafficking kids, blah, blah, all this shit. Yeah, it's bad. And then everybody kind of on the left, it is 100% left. The lady who called it out is on the right. They called her crazy, and they've kind of backtracked a little bit and like, all right, well, yeah, this is happening in only one place, and it's at the whole place. We'll fix it. Well, the report also said that this happened a year ago. So for a year, they've been running this fucking place and all that, and nobody's done anything about it. And then Denver is saying, hey, we don't have any of these problems in Denver. It's just in Aurora. And what Denver doesn't understand is that you're a sanctuary city and you've let all these pieces of shit in here. And then they just went to Aurora and fucked things up. So, yes, I mean, the truth of the matter is Venezuelan gangs have taken over apartment complex. Like, this is where we're at in this world. Like, I mean, I I'm not going to get angry anymore about this. I'm just going to talk about it. But if you're a Democrat and you're voting for Kamala or Jared, I honestly believe you're a fucking retard and I cannot help you anymore. Like you're the dumbest kind of dumb. You are a special kind of fucking stupid. Because, I mean, they gaslighted us for like 2 or 3 weeks. They're like, no, this lady's fucking crazy. None of this is happening. It turns out it really was happening. And now they're like, well, yeah, but I mean, they're slumlords, which there's no doubt the people that run these apartment complexes are out of town slumlords. But you have to understand, those two things can be true at the same time. Like, it can be run by a slumlord and it can be, run by Venezuelan gangs. Because a lot of the thing was they're getting condemned. And it's like, they're getting condemned because it's just a shithole. And people are like, well, yeah, but it's a shithole because of the gangs. So what I think happened and what the evidence is showing is that these guys were slumlords. And these gangs are not like necessarily stupid. They're actually really smart. Like that's how cartels make a fucking fortune because they're smart. Like they get drugs into the country even though it's illegal. They do all this stuff. So wouldn't you, if you're going to take over an apartment complex, are you going to pick the one that's run by a slumlord or run by a property management company that's like on site there every day and not a shithole? Well, of course you're going to pick the shithole. So yes, it was run by a slumlords, and the gangs decided, let's take over these ones, and they did. And now it can't be fixed because they can't get anybody in there to repair shit because the gangs will fucking beat them up and murder them and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's the situation. And the Democrats said it's not happening. Turns out it is happening. And then they've kind of admitted to it, but they kind of haven't. And they're all around retarded pieces of shit. And you cannot keep, I mean, if you're still going with this, you're a fucking moron. And I feel so bad for you. Speaking of that, now I guess we can move on to national stuff maybe a little bit. Mm-hmm. Mala, the headhunter. Because remember, we haven't talked in a long time. So Trump's running again, and Biden's running again, and then Biden drops out because he's a feeble-minded old man, and Kamala is just ordained as the new candidate. And I can't be the only one that sees a problem with this, that we're not talking more about this. No one voted for her. The Democrats just are like, you're the nominee. That's not how this works in this country. Not only that, but we're going to run through this because I got to get some shit done that isn't this. But yeah, not only that, but she's a fucking idiot. Like, she's a drunken moron. And the whole thing of like, we're running on hope or joy or whatever fucking, she's been in office for almost 4 years and the country is in fucking shambles. Again, we have Venezuelan gangs running apartment complexes in Aurora, Colorado. Inflation's through the roof. Shit's expensive. Afghanistan was a fuck up. Like, this is just all around a complete and utter fuck up. And if you don't see that, again, you're probably a Democrat and you're a goddamn idiot. But how on earth is anybody gonna vote for her just because you hate Trump so much? Also, They tried to kill Trump. There was an assassination attempt, and nothing's happened. No one is. I mean, they shot the kid who did it or whatever, but nobody's been arrested. No investigations. Trust me, this kid did not do this alone. Okay? I mean, this is just nuts. Like, we are literally a third world country under Biden Harris. We got gangs taking shit over. We got assassination attempts. We got DEI hires who can't holster a gun. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just watch a fucking video. I know this is old news, but like, this is where we're at. We are in fucking shambles. And people are like, I'm still gonna vote for him. So that's what I said, but I'm not getting mad anymore. I assume you were a retarded person and you can't be mad at that. Like, you just pat him on the head and be like, that's super good. Wipe that tray down, you fucking idiot. Because that's what Democrats are at this point. If you're still going with Kamala Harris and the Biden regime and the Obama regime, you are a goddamn fucking idiot. I mean, there's nothing else to that. I mean, it's insane. Also, other things. Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, Zuckerberg, the little Facebook guy, was like, yeah, man, the Biden Harris campaign actually did lean on us pretty fucking hard to, suppress information and promote other things and blah, blah, and all that. Do you guys know what that means? Like, everybody was like, oh yeah, the government is censoring people on social media, and you guys are like, oh no, you're all crazy right-wing wackadoodles. Turns out we were right. Like, they were doing that. Turns out, like, the vaccine was made up bullshit, and COVID was all that, and blah blah blah, and we were all right about everything. It's just insane to me. And people are still like, well, I mean, sometimes. No, man. Like, the government told a private company, like, hey, you should suppress free speech. And that's against the law, if you guys didn't know that. It's against the Constitution. Like, the government can't do that. But they did it, and Zuckerberg admitted to it. Now, two things. Again, if you're still on board with these guys, you're a fucking retard. And what's his face should be in jail. Like, that's illegal. That's crime. In cahoots with the government for that. Lock his ass up, do something. Actually, I don't know if that's a crime. Is it? It's gotta be. Whatever, it's wrong. That's the point, man. Shit's wrong. We just need, a big change. And I don't think, even if Trump's elected, I don't know if it's going to be that big. I think it's going to have to be a civil war thing. But we're not actually going to have that, so don't get ridiculous. All right. Let's see. Anything else? No, not really. Okay. The other thing. Hey, off politics for a little bit. The shit with fucking oh, hold on, let me think. The stuff with streaming services, okay, and cable is really starting to fucking piss me off. And again, I'm not sure there's anything we do, but you guys want to talk about real problems in this country? This is a problem. All right, so I have Comcast cable, and then I have DirecTV cable, and then I have ESPN, Peacock, basically all of them. I don't have Netflix and Hulu because Netflix, obviously, donated to Harris, so fuck them. On top of them French rapey shit with kids and stuff. And Hulu just... Actually, I probably have Hulu because I have ESPN and Disney with DirecTV. So I might have Hulu, I just don't watch it. And then, you have Amazon. I have some channels on Amazon. All of them. I don't have YouTube TV because I think that's fucking ridiculous. but I have other things that cover that. Um, the point of the matter, Apple TV Plus, all that shit. The point of the matter is so like I have DirecTV because they're the only ones that carry Altitude, which is the only place to watch the Avalanche. I mean, they have national TV games this year, but I want to watch every game, Avalanche and Nugs. So that's why I have DirecTV, and I can't switch from Comcast solely to DirecTV solely because DirecTV is fucked up something, and they don't carry Fox, which the Big 12 is going to be on their college football. Fox, like Fox, Fox Sports, Fox 21, fucking Fox, man. And anything that Disney owns now, which is like or is it ABC or is it NBC? I think it's ABC, ESPN, all that. You can't watch on DirecTV. And like this shit just happened right before the USC UCLA game. So you can't watch the US Open, the tennis, and you couldn't watch the LSU USC game on DirecTV because they couldn't contractually figure their shit out. So again, I needed Comcast. And then tonight the game's on fucking Peacock. It's not even on that like NBC and Peacock. It's just on fucking Peacock. So I need Peacock. I gotta have ESPN so I can watch some Avalanche games, but not all. You know, it's just this is getting out of control, man. Because like Comcast, it's like $300 a month. Fucking DirecTV is like $140. And then all the streaming services, let's just say there's 10 of them and they're $20. That's, man, I'm like $600-700 in just to watch sports I want to see. This is insane. And you're like, oh, I can watch my little Netflix specials and fuck you. I want to watch MLB to watch Cardinals games. You know, that's another $100 for the year. Which, I mean, break it down, $20 a month, because I think it's like $160 for the year or something like that, maybe two something. But this is getting out of fucking control. And I don't want to do it anymore. But I have to if I want to watch sports. And that's all I want to do. I just want everyone to be on whatever cable provider you choose. And like Stan Kroenke, fucking hate that guy. We know that guy is a piece of shit. But now it's like, how come DirecTV and Fox and Disney, because Disney's ESPN and ABC and all that, how come they can't come to terms on stuff? This is where we need real government interjection. Be like, look, TV is fucking free to everyone. Every single thing you ever want to watch should be goddamn free. Unless there are no commercials. Like HBO should not be free. HBO has no commercials. It makes money off the subscription. But you know, NBC, ABC, ESPN, if you have commercials on your channel, it should be fucking free to the consumer. Okay? And you make your money through the goddamn advertisers. You know, Bud Light has to pay you a bunch of money to run their fucking commercials. And that's what keeps your piece of shit network running. I don't want to have to pay, and I know people are like, well, Dutch, you're not actually paying NBC. You're paying, you know, Comcast for their infrastructure services. No, I don't want to do that either. I think that the advertisers should have to pay a fuck pot, and I know they already do. But I think they should pay, the advertisers should foot the bill, okay? And the people who make the shows should foot the, all that. All TV should be free, okay? And then, let's just do CBS, for example. Okay. All the commercials on CBS should pay for not only them to be on all the shows to be on TV, but also the infrastructure that it takes to bring that shit. I don't want you to buy me a TV, but all the, you know, the cabling and all the underground crap, that should all be on the fucking advertisers. And the advertisers should make better commercials that doesn't make me hate them, and maybe I'll buy your product. Like, I'll never buy Progressive just because I hate their commercials so much. They're awful. If they were the last insurance company in the world, I would not use them. I would go without insurance and go to jail. Okay, now I know I'm probably not the demographic for Progressive. You know, I'm not some millennial moron or Gen X, whatever, younger idiot who's going to go for that. Okay. And their crap with motorcycles, let's just talk about something. The amount of motorcycles compared to cars, I can't even imagine. It's probably less than 10%. But 80% of their commercials are like, we cover your motorcycle. Fuck your motorcycle, man. You don't need insurance on a motorcycle. You need life insurance on a motorcycle. And since Progressive doesn't do that, fuck them. Also, Geico. Bringing the caveman back is stupid. So is the little gecko. So is Geico. Fuck your company. You want to make money? Go back to the old beer commercials. Tits and funny. That's what sells shit. And people are like, oh, Dutch, you're sexist. Of course I am. But whoever makes the most decisions is probably a dude. Okay? Unless it's some, feminist empowered single female. But she's not going to be a smart one anyway because she's a Democrat. And she's like, come on, who needs... Whatever. But again, go back to funny and tits. That'll sell whatever the fuck you're trying to sell. And put that on the TV. And then there you go. And make the guys who interrupt my programs with their shit commercials pay for the cable. I'll buy the TV. You just have somebody else to do it. Because I don't know exactly how TV works, but I have a pretty good fucking idea. Is that Comcast says we'll provide TV and someone pays Comcast to carry their channel at a price. And then an advertiser pays CBS to be on CBS. So just cut out the fucking middleman and just be like, all right, all the channels are free. The advertisers pay Comcast or whoever, CBS, doesn't matter, to interrupt my programs with your crap. That's it. I don't have to pay for radio. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't have to pay for radio. Make radio and TV the same. The advertisers pay for that shit. Make them pay for it. Because again, it's ridiculous. All right, man. I'm out of here. This was fun. It's good to be back. I don't know if we're going to stream games. It's a lot of work, and I've been playing a lot of ESO. So if you guys want to watch ESO, great. But the guys I play with, Squids and the Gooses, they don't want to be in the chat. So you won't hear any of that. You'll just watch me play ESO. I don't know. Seems kind of dumb. And there's nothing to stream. Oh, speaking of stream. All right, we got to talk. Let me just add one more thing. So today, Dr. Shrek came back. And I can't remember if I talked about this at all. But it turns out that a couple months ago, the reason he got banned from Twitch was he was speaking inappropriately to a minor. Yeah, let's go with that. And that all came to public light. And he admitted to it. Twitch leaked it, and then he denied it, and then he admitted to it. This is all in like days. And then he went on hiatus. And everyone who ever played with him fucking just was like, no, dude, I'm out. A lot of the fans stuck around. I'll admit, I was a Doc fan, and I stopped. I got rid of all my subscriptions. I unfollowed all that stuff. Okay, well, today he got back on and streamed on YouTube on a demonetized channel for the first time. And I didn't watch it, but I did go watch his explanation because he did provide uh an explanation kind of. And what I got from it was while he may or may not have inappropriately spoken to a minor, and what I mean by that is he made it pretty clear, but not crystal clear, that it wasn't sexual, which was my big holdup. Like, if he was, I mean, you could do a lot of inappropriate things with a minor, that aren't sexual but equally bad. So again, I'm not defending him. He left a lot of room that, like, maybe this person was 17 and he made some inappropriate jokes with, which, I mean, if you're like telling bathroom humor jokes to a 17-year-old, is that the worst thing in the world? No. Is that sexting a 12-year-old? Absolutely fucking not. But I don't know, man. It's all still very cloudy because, again, I mean, if somebody really had it or anything, show us what was said. Man, give us the transcripts. If you were just making off-color jokes to a 17-year-old, I can get over that. Like, if you, hey, what's the cheapest kind of meat? Deer nuts, they're under $1. If you were saying that to a 17-year-old, I can get over that. I don't know why you do it in private messages, but who knows? Also, it's a little odd that there was no actual criminal charges. Because, I mean, when this happened back, 1720, we had a real government who did prosecute pedophiles, not put them up on a fucking podium. But, like, if he actually sexually engaged a minor, where's the criminal charges? And if he did that and there were no criminal charges, I mean, you guys got to start looking a lot harder at California and some other fucking people involved in this. So, there's that. Also, I mean, he brought up some good points. Like, there's been a lot of people on Twitch who have done some really weird shit and nothing's happened to them. So I'm not back on Doc's side. I'm not back on Doc's side. I just have more questions now. Yeah, more questions than answers. I don't blame his friends, though, or his quote friends, for jumping ship, because, man, I did. As soon as I heard you were messing around with kids, I'm fucking out. But I also didn't think about it like he kind of presented it. And he hinted at, if they're 17 years old and you're just chatting with them and the jokes were inappropriate, I don't know. Were you sexualizing a 17-year-old? That's fucked up. I don't know. That's what I said. I mean, what did you say to him? Like, specifically? I mean, if you want to exonerate yourself, just fucking show us, man. But also, I understand that I think he's doing this for PR. The guy had 200,000 people watching today. He's still demonetized, but you could donate other places. It's all super fucking weird. And I mean, I don't know. Watching streamers these days are just, oh, it's bad. I mean, there's so much other stuff to do, like go fishing or hunting or, I don't know. Yeah, it's just fucking weird. So, I mean, I hope the truth does come out, like what he actually said and stuff. Because, again, if he was just making off-color jokes with like a 17-year-old dude, you guys are all fucking losers and get over it. But if he was like doing sexual talking with a 17-year-old girl, then yeah, fuck him. You're a fucking pedophile, and that's goddamn weird, man. Like, what was it? What was inappropriate? Because there's lots of inappropriate shit you could talk about with a 17, 16, 17-year-old. And I'm speculating that's the age. Okay. If they were younger than that, again, there's a lot of, I mean, I have nephews. I'm not going to talk to my nephews about, like off colored dick jokes and shit. I mean, they're under 10. That's just fucking weird. Okay. So if that's what you were doing, yeah, that's fucking weird and you should go away. But, if it's some 17-year-old dude and you're like, oh, yeah, here's some slutty picture of my wife, or also assholey, but not really a crime, which that's the other thing is like, if it was really, really bad, or if he was even a little bad, I mean, why was he never charged with a crime? Like, what are we missing? That's my question. What are we missing here? I mean, actually, yeah. No, this was 2017-20. He wasn't too big to be a pedophile. I mean, if you were Biden, Harris, Obama, they covered up the Epstein thing because they were the pedophiles. But yeah, whatever. Super fucking interesting, though. Okay. I'll follow it. All right. As for the podcast, I do not know what day of the week it's going to be. I'm going to try and it's probably not going to be live. This was just a welcome back kind of thing. I think it's going to be released on Thursdays. We'll talk bets, we'll talk sports, and whatever the fuck's going on. But that's probably going to be the schedule. Unless I go like camping or fishing for a couple days, and well, then it's not going to be as consistent. It's just, I mean, I don't know. It's hard when there's not. Yeah, we're not even getting into that. Hey, it's good to be back. It was fun. Yeah, it was good to be back. When Higgins gets here in a month, we'll probably do a live one with him that'll be fucking around or something. I don't know, man. But I want to continue this at least through the football season. Oh, hiccups. That seems like it'd be fun. And after that, we'll see what happens. But hey, as always, man, I appreciate everybody. We went simple, but you can go. I mean, Dutch the Beast on Twitter, Dutch in Denver, just the N, no I. It's on Facebook, Dutch in Denver, man. Dutch the Beast. You guys can search this stuff. I'll figure out the whole crap later. But as for now, it's just simple and basic. I hope you watch. I hope you tell your friends about it, even if you hate me. Sometimes hate's good. All right. Till next time. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.